These days, public libraries are more than just a place you can check out a book or perhaps surf the web. You see, some libraries are now taking on a whole different set of responsibilities, trying to save lives.
That's right. Fox 12's Sarah Hurwitz has a look at this new pilot program that puts Narcan into the hands of library workers. Sarah?
Well, good evening. It's a pretty unique program. It's a program that the Multnomah County Library System launched last summer. And the goal is to get Naloxone, or Narcan, an opioid overdose reversal drug, in all of its 19 locations. Now, library leaders say that this decision is all about taking care of the community. We spoke with one woman who's administered Naloxone more than a dozen times. We're learning just how crucial it is, she says, to have the medication just about everywhere. In a split second, in December 2018, a call to action.
I was working at my desk and someone came running in, pounding on my window, yelling, "Haven, we need Naloxone, let's go."
Haven Wheelock grabbed the opioid reversing drug and ran 2 blocks to a highway overpass. And there she found a person unconscious and not breathing.
Your adrenaline goes and you're shaking and you're trying to make sure everything's happening at the same time, and you administer this medication, and really within moments people start to change and their color starts to come back and they start talking to you, and it's, I don't want to say it's beautiful, but it's a huge sigh of relief.
Wheelock, who works for a social services organization Outside in Portland, has administered Naloxone 17 times. She says every person survived their overdose. And in the height of an opioid epidemic, these dire situations are now happening in the most unlikely places, including libraries.
Folks coming in and asking us as librarians to help them with all kinds of problems that we weren't necessarily fully equipped for.
Neighborhood Libraries Director Dave Ratliff says that's what spurred the Multnomah County Library System to train its employees to administer Naloxone.
This is what Naloxone looks like. It's literally just a nasal spray. We tilt the person's head back, give them a few rescue breaths through a mask with a one-way valve, tilt the head back, spray the Naloxone up the nostril, give a few more rescue breaths.
Tracy Glass is one of those workers, now taking life-saving measures into her own hands.
Do you feel empowered? I do, yes. Saving people's lives in the library it makes me feel great because I love working with our patrons, and I wouldn't want anything ever to happen to them in the library.
Glass has been doing library work for 20 years.
When I first started, it was really just kind of basic people coming in for books, looking for book recommendations, and I've seen it blossom into a community organization. We build relationships with people. We speak with people. We know when someone's not doing well because we see them day after day.
It's a new chapter for library workers who now have more responsibilities outside of the shelves during a time where drug overdose numbers still remain high. According to the Multnomah County Health Department, the Portland metro area has more than 200 opioid overdose deaths per year. In 2013, legislation passed to make the medication available, and the Multnomah County Health Department reports more than 4,000 overdose reversals using Naloxone.
I think it's a critical component. It's not the answer all by itself.
Haven Wheelock, who's been on the front lines, says because the problem's so widespread, it makes sense for libraries to help tackle this problem.
We can't let people just die while we're waiting for the big overarching changes to happen.
Now, all of the people we spoke with for this story say in order to tackle the drug problem, it must start with awareness and outreach. The number of Naloxone doses that each Multnomah County Library branch has varies on size and foot traffic. Reporting live here in studio tonight, Sarah Hurwitz, Fox 12 Oregon.